What's up guys, welcome to a news update video about Vorkath that is releasing on Monday the 20th, so in 5 days. Now we just finished watching I just finished, and probably many other people as well, watching the Twitch live stream where they revealed a ton of stuff about Vorkath. All of the rewards pretty much been mentioned, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go through this post because I do believe it has some more stuff in here, and then we can basically see if there is anything that wasn't mentioned on stream. We could talk about it. So for you guys that didn't catch it, this is the video to keep you guys up to date. But I want to just quickly check first of all, does this have anything else, or is this the one we've already seen? Okay, this is the one that we've already seen. So let's not worry about that. We've already seen all this one. I thought it was a different thumbnail, so we're all good. But yeah, let's take a look. So it says, Fort Forin 3 is under siege. Take a stand against Zimorgul and protect your fort and the rest of Misthalin. Confront the undead hordes and face down the combined might of Zimorgul and Vorkath in a deadly final duel. Battle of Vorkath, Zimorgul and his army of undead minions in a new quest and repeatable boss encounter. Earn powerful new rewards like the tier 92 ranged armor and a necromancy incantation. The new boss can be fought with any combat style across 3 difficulties: story, normal, and hard mode. And then you can join the hunt for the shards and stuff as well, which is for a different thing. So we'll get to them very soon. So they showed this on stream as well, but it says, upon the freezing shores of Ungale, Zimorgul has awoken the ancient dragon Vorkath. Now he intends to use his newfound power to wipe your fort clean off the map. This would allow the full might of his undead armies to crash into the realms of Misthalin and sow chaos. With the undead pounding at the gates and a menacing shadow looming overhead, it's time to ready your forces and prepare yourself for an onslaught. First, you'll need to complete the Fort Forin 3 storyline up to Ancient Awakening and have a necromancy level of 60. Here's the full list of requirements. So it's level 60 necromancy to be able to do it, but that's like story mode, and then there's the normal mode and the hard mode versions, which is a lot more difficult as you go through. They mentioned on stream as well. So let's have a look. So the quests and requirements are here, and then of course there's going to be a new quest on release as well, which you will have to do to be able to actually do the fight. So you'll have to be ready for the quest, which I believe part of the quest is doing the story mode fight as well anyway, so it's probably going to be okay and not overly too long and tedious anyway. Quest and battle. To get started, begin the Battle of Fort Forin 3 quest, which will take you through the story mode version of the boss. There you go, unlocking the normal and hard mode versions on completion. As you can see, there's these 3 things here that they mentioned on stream as well, and you'll have to shut down the power of the boss and stuff. So we'll talk about that a little bit later if it doesn't mention it. To get so it says the climatic showdown takes place just outside the walls of Fort Forin 3. Hope you built them high and sturdy. You'll be defending the walls, pushing back the undead hordes, and stomping out 3 places of power which Zimorgul is using to empower Vorkath. You'll be guided through the entire process of disrupting the power, so make sure you don't skip the dialogue here. Finally, you'll take the battle to the necromancer himself and his scary new pet. With story mode complete, you can challenge the boss again and again by yourself or in a group. Simply interact with the commemorative, whatever that says, statue in your fort's town hall to go another round. So this will appear afterwards and you can keep going back into the fight. I think they said you can go between solo or 5 people, or maybe 10 people. I think he said it's either 5 or 10 is the cap, but it works like Raksha. So when you go into the fight, it'll scale to 5 people, 10 people, whatever it is, by giving it more HP for the actual fight as well. So that's good. The way it works for Raksha is definitely the best way to do it, in my opinion. And also, every single person in the fight will get their own loot rather than like one person getting it because they did most DPS, which is good. Want a deeper dive into particulars of battle? Let's look at the 2 phases of the encounter, the siege phase and the boss phase. They didn't mention, they did mention a little bit, but we'll see what they say here. The phase sees you facing off against hordes of undead as they advance on the walls of your fort. It's not necessarily just a case of smashing through them though. Remember, they are emerging from 3 places of power. You can choose to simply cut a path through the undead and head straight to Zimorgul and Vorkath if you like, or you can take some extra time to smash up the 2 other places of power. This will remove some special attacks from the subsequent boss fight. So basically, if you are in normal mode, you have the choice to either go to all 3 places of these and shut them all down, and each one will be relative to different mechanics. So say one of them is going to be that they can't conjure undead, and another one is going to be something else, and something else. They only mentioned the one about the undead, I think, in the actual fight. But if you shut them all down, then that mechanic's removed. So there may be that there's going to be one mechanic that's worth doing every time. There may be that it doesn't really matter too much, but you have to do at least one of them to be able to get into the fight. So you can either ignore the other 2, or or do them all. Hard mode skips the siege phase entirely, and you're straight into the boss battle with Vorkath. No new mechanics are added, but you don't have the option to take away any by disrupting the places of power. It's just you versus Mogul's full arsenal of attacks. So basically hard mode is he has more health, he hits you harder, and you have to deal with all the mechanics, which is good. Once you have pushed back the undead and chosen whether or not to wreck those sites of power, it's on to the dastardly duo themselves. So, boss phase. There's some pretty badass artwork here, holy crap. Yep, it's not just the Zamorial show this time. You'll be going head to scaly head with the gigantic undead dragon too. Usually this is where we would explain the mechanics of the main showdown in detail, but we're keeping some of this fight a surprise for now. We want those you who are taking on the boss or watching others on launch day to enjoy the experience unspoiled. I think this is good. They shouldn't do this anyway. We don't want to see too many spoilers and stuff. We want something to be fresh. Because this confrontation is culmination of the 4th and 3 seasonal storyline, we've aimed for a fairly approachable experience on story mode. The norm version, meanwhile, is a modular experience that can be tweaked, and hard is a bit more of a challenge. I hope that hard mode actually is super difficult. Not super difficult, where it's like only the top 0.5% of players or whatever can do it, but something that's going to take time and practice and like effort to really go through. We don't just want to blow it up, skip all the mechanics that the devs have spent time working on, not see them, and then the fight's done, you know? Not like Racial, where you basically ignore everything going on in the fight. So we'll have to see. But I like the idea of norm mode being that you can disable all the mechanics if you want to, for the players that are like, okay, I struggle with this and this and this, so if I disable all the other mechanics that I can, then it makes it a lot easier, which is a good idea. Rewards. So what do you get? Defeating the boss and completing the quest will reward you with 30k necromancy XP, 1 quest point, 2 treasure hunter keys, and the option to repeat the boss fight. Cool. So that's just the quest, right? Now they're changing how loot works here, and I kind of like it. I think it's going to be interesting for sure. It'll be cool for videos, but you're going to get loot chests like this. So the story mode normal and the hard one, and it'll open just like this, as you can see, kind of like a clue scroll, right? So you can stack these up and you can do opening videos, or you can just farm it up and open up like billions of GP in one go. Obviously on day one, chances are you're going to want to open these up pretty quick, because if you have a rare reward, you're going to want to sell them off when the prices are really high, I would say. So what I'm probably going to do on releases, get like 10 of each, open them up, sell them. I think that's probably what I'll do, and then I can make like a video of each 10 openings, and it can like a loot from 100, but it'll be in stacks of 10. But it says Vorkath won't drop conventional loot, blah, blah, blah. Story mode chests will not give spikes for the codex mentioned below, so you're not, so basically normal and hard mode are going to be the ones to give the rewards. So new ranged armor. This was revealed on stream as well. There's 3, and there's a few things they're going to go through it here. But defeat the ancient dragon to get your hands on new dragon hide, and use it to create new ranged armor. Better yet, upgrade your new clobber using spikes from the boss fight to get it to tier 90. You can even boost it up to tier 92 using the same materials needed to make elite ceramic armor. That's ancient scales. So ED1, guys, ED1 is going to be coming back. ED1's actually going to be really valuable for a while. Holy hell. Okay. Algorithm Thread, Chaotic Spike for the chest, and Pressolic Essence. So Algorithm Thread you can buy from a store, so this isn't going to open price. Chaotic Spike is Dungeoneering, and Pressolic Essence I think is from Nex, maybe. So this, if it is from Nex, then that's good, because is it Pressolic Essence? I don't know. It might be. Anyway, tier 75 Ranger set, Undead Dragonhide. Tier 90 is the Dracolich armor, and then you have the elite Dracolich armor as well. So very cool. The elite one looks badass, by the way. I like it a lot. I like this one too. I like them all. They're all good. I think the art's really nice in it, but this one looks absolutely sick, and I want to see dyed versions of this. This is going to look incredible dyed, like red as well. Ah, it's going to be so good. But anyway, the tier 90 and tier 92 both come with a powerful set effect. Set bonus 1 per piece worn is a channeling rapid fire, generates okay, so you get basically the way that works is if you have the piece per piece worn, you're going to get more adrenaline back when you use rapid fire. And then set bonus for 3 is while wielding a bow, channeling rapid fire for its full duration will give you a buff for 3 seconds that increase your chance to critically strike with ranged attacks by 20% for the regular version and 40% for the elite version. So that upgrade is actually going to be absolutely worth it. So hell yeah. And this is for its This isn't per piece, is it? No, okay. And then set bonus 4 increases duration of Dracolich infusion by, okay, so if you have 3 pieces, you get this effect. If you have 4 pieces, you get it for a little bit longer. And if you have 5 pieces, you get it for even longer. So you can get quite a good amount of time for these crit buffs out of this. That's pretty damn good. Additionally, we'll be adding a new set bonus to the existing Serenic and Elite Serenic armors as well. So because this is all for bows, the current Elite Serenic and stuff is actually getting a buff 2, and that's going to be on login. You don't have to unlock anything else to get this. You will have this as soon as you log in on Monday. And basically, when you're wearing a crossbow, you have a 6% for the regular, 12% for elite, which now makes Elite Serenic worth getting. So in the past, it was really not worth. A chance to trigger the effect of an enchanted Dragonstone bolts. Okay, so Dragonstone bolts are going to be back, it seems. And then if you have 3 pieces, while wielding a crossbow, attacks have 6% or 12% chance to trigger the effect of enchanted Dragonstone or Onyx or Hydrix bolts. So basically an increased proc chance of bolts for crossbows. This could be good. We'll have to check the damage rate of the Dragonstone ones because they use Dragonfire to burn the target, right? We'll have to see that. That could be like a 12% chance is pretty big. And on rapid fire as well. Yeah, it could be really good. This should keep both bow users and crossbow use strong, allowing you to focus on the version that suits you instead of being the clear winner. I like it. This is a really cool idea. And I like that the man, ED1 is going to become so relevant. Holy crap. Anyway, this is the next thing that they're going to get. That's the armors. This is the new reward, which is the Necromancy rune pouch, basically. It's going to have all the stuff, all of the runes and the ectoplasm as well. And it can fit up to max stack. Like, it's not just 16k like the rune pouches are in game right now. It's max runes. You can do like whatever it is. It's like 2 billion or something like that, whatever. But you've been asking since the inception of Necromancy for a way to store your runes and ectoplasm, and now we've got that now. And Nexus is a small is a similar to a magic rune pouch, and it will store Necromancy runes and allow you to cast incantations while equipped, but it will hold a maximum stack of Necromancy runes. So you get the Death Warden Nexus, which you can craft. I think they said it was like level 55 or 60, something like that, to be able to make this. So just a regular one, you can log in and go and make that on Monday if you want to. But if you kill Zamorgul, if you kill the boss, right, on Monday, Vorkath, then you will also get the Zamorgul's Nexus, which you will get for doing 100 kills. If it's normal mode or hard mode, doesn't matter. 100 kills, you will get it guaranteed at that point. And you also get a chance, not a chance, you also get an effect with this to give it a reason for actually having it, that it will give you increased value to your bone shield. So this is good. This is definitely good. It's super strong. So that's cool. And I like the fact that you're just going to get it after 100 kills. There's no RNG to it. You're just going to get it. So perfect. New incantation is the next reward. So this is going to be a codex, which is tradable. So Vorkath also drops a new tradable codex, and you will use it to learn the Invoke Lord of Bones. This is super strong, by the way. So activating this incantation will empower your skeleton conjurer to tear through your enemy's armor while attacking. This makes your foes more vulnerable to attacks, not only for yourself, but for your whole team. So basically, when you activate this, I think it said for a minute duration. It says there, 50-second duration, sorry. It's going to, every attack that it does is going to reduce the armor rating on the enemy. So you'll probably use this, then you'll use command skeleton as well, and you'll get more attacks in, you'll lower the armor, and you'll deal more damage. This is going to be super strong. So we're not getting a 4th conjure, but we are getting a buff to one of our conjures. So the 4th conjure is coming in the future. They said they're still working on it on stream. So very cool. Finally, we have the boss pet Vorkath, which of course this is going to be Vorkath. It looks really cool. It's badass. If I get it, I'll be using this as my override very likely. I mean, it's Vorkath as a pet. Why not? So then we've got the Vorkath Hunt, Guard, and Lantern event, which we already know about, but I don't think we've seen how it looks like yet, but it works basically the same as the shards. In fact, they've used the same pie hat shards, but you're going to get this, and it looks insane. It looks so good. Let's just go back to it here. So there's the lantern, and do we see the thing? The bit. There we go. Okay, so there's the actual thing. It looks very cool. Very nice and spiky, like dragon bones and stuff like that. So we'll be getting that for sure at some point. Alongside the release of the boss fight, we're getting this. This is, I think, it's basically the same, right? So let's just go back to this bit. We don't need to read through the text. But if you kill Vorkath, this is unlimited. Oh, can you get it just from killing Vorkath then? That's cool. So your quest, your premiere, rune score, combat, gathering, all this sort of stuff. So I like it. It's a good idea. The next thing is Mr. Moore, don't need your help. There's the following 12 tasks for the shards. Ah, this is the same. Yeah, so this is how you get it. That's fine. We don't need to go talk about that. And there's the screenshots of it that we could have just gone through anyway. but looks very cool. Very, very cool. Like it a lot. Cool. Completing the shard event will also new a couple of buffs too, which is infinite porters and passive regeneration buff. Your life points, prayer points, and swimming points regenerate by 10% every 6 seconds outside of combat. That's huge outside of combat, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah. Buffs can be enabled or disabled by talking to them as usual. So yeah, loads of stuff in here, loads and loads and loads. All the rewards have been shown. The armor looks badass. I like the new way of the loot. I think it's gonna be cool. Very good for videos as well. ED1's getting a buff basically because you say you make the armor, and yeah. So that's it. Hopefully you guys found this useful. I figured I'd make a video talking about it as always. But other than that, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Very excited for Monday. So there, guys. Bye.